If you enjoy eye-opening stories like this, tap like, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss the truths history tried to hide. Now, let's begin. Japan Asset Bubble. What if one country became so rich it stopped believing in gravity? 1980s Japan. Stocks soared. Real estate exploded. Tokyo-land became worth more than entire nations. Then, the crash. 30 years of stagnation. Punchline. Bubbles don't destroy wealth. They reveal what wasn't wealth to begin with. Modern parallel. People think bubbles are accidents, but the biggest bubbles in history? They're engineered. Look at China, the world's largest construction boom, built on borrowed money, empty apartments, and state-manufactured optimism. Entire cities with no people. Towers with no owners. Neighborhoods with no future. It's not an economy, it's a monument to belief. And when belief cracks, so does the skyline. But China isn't alone. Global property markets everywhere became temples of illusion. People buying homes not to live in, but to escape the very system that priced them out. Real estate stopped being shelter. It became a survival strategy. Ancient Rome had the grain bubble. Tulip mania had flowers. We have apartments, priced higher than the income of entire families. Tell me, is that growth? Or is that madness wrapped in drywall? And then there are the tech unicorns. Companies worth billions, without revenue. Apps with millions of users, and zero profit. Startups selling potential while burning money like empire fuel. The same pattern repeats. The bigger the illusion, the louder the collapse. China's skyscrapers look unshakable until you see the debt underneath. Global housing looks unstoppable until interest rates rise. Tech unicorns look invincible until investors ask one dangerous question. Where's the value? That question is the sword that ends every bubble. Because in every era, ancient or modern, the collapse doesn't start when money runs out. It starts when belief runs out. Economies don't fall from height, they fall from confidence. And when an illusion gets too big, reality doesn't knock. It breaks the door down. Whether it's Rome's grain bubble, the Dutch tulip mania, the Mississippi scheme, or China's ghost cities, the story is the same. People don't lose money, they lose clarity. And when clarity returns, the bubble doesn't shrink, it explodes. .com. Bubble. What if the internet was real, but the business models weren't? In year 1999, companies with no revenue were valued higher than the biggest corporations. When reality entered the room, $5 trillion vanished. Punchline. The internet didn't fail. Expectations did. Modern parallel. People say technology is the future, but bubbles don't care about the future. They care about belief. Look at crypto. Coins created in minutes, valued in billions, and deleted in seconds. White papers became scripture. Founders became prophets. Speculation became religion. Tell me, is that innovation or faith wrapped in code? Then came the metaverse, a digital world where we were promised land, wealth, identity, all sold by corporations that couldn't make a profit in the real one. People paid millions for pixels, for virtual dirt, for a dream built on servers. It wasn't a marketplace, it was a mass hallucination. And AI? The most powerful technology of our time, surrounded by companies worth billions, with no revenue, no product, no plan. Just ambition and a pitch deck. Humanity always makes the same mistake. We confuse potential with value. We confuse hope with economics. The Romans chased grain. The Dutch chased tulips. We chased tokens, virtual land, and neural nets. Nothing changed. Only the graphics improved. Bubbles aren't about assets. They're about expectations. Crypto grew faster than understanding. The metaverse grew faster than purpose. AI hype grows faster than reality can keep up. And when expectation outruns capability, the fall is violent. Remember this. Technology doesn't create bubbles. People do. People chasing shortcuts. People chasing miracles. People chasing the next empire, before the last one has even fallen. Every bubble begins with a whisper. This time is different. Every collapse answers, it never was. The 2008 housing bubble. What if the safest investment in the world was the biggest scam? Banks sold toxic loans. Ratings agencies blessed them. Wall Street packaged them. Everyone believed the lie. Then the bubble burst, and the global economy collapsed. Punchline: the financial system didn't break. It revealed the cracks that were always there. Modern parallel. Everyone thinks the next financial collapse will come from Wall Street. But look closer. The real ticking bomb is sitting in ordinary homes, silently growing, month after month. Student loans, corporate debt, household credit. A middle class surviving on borrowed time and borrowed money. We say ancient economies were primitive, but Rome never forced 18-year-olds into lifetime debt for education. Babylon never charged 25% interest on a missed payment. Egypt never told farmers they were free while chaining them to loans they could never escape. Tell me, how advanced is a society when its citizens must mortgage their future just to participate in the present? Look at student loans, a generation told, study hard, take debt, and life will reward you. But the reward never came. Only the debt did. Look at corporations, billions borrowed to buy back their own stock. Not to innovate, not to hire, just to inflate the illusion of success. A bubble made of accounting tricks and optimism on life support. Look at the middle class. Savings down, debt up, inflation high, wages stagnant. And yet they're told, everything is fine. This isn't stability. This is a pressure cooker. And when pressure rises, only one thing ever breaks: the people at the bottom. Ancient empires collapsed when citizens drowned in debt. Modern empires are repeating the script line by line. Debt is no longer a tool. It's an ecosystem, a business model, a weapon. The next crash won't begin with a dramatic headline. It will begin quietly, with a missed payment, a corporate default, a student unable to repay, a family choosing groceries over EMIs. Different era, different numbers, same physics, same ending. Because bubbles don't care about time, they only care about pressure. And right now, pressure is all we're building. Crypto bubble. What if the newest bubble is the oldest pattern in disguise? Crypto promised revolution, freedom, escape from the system. But humans turned it into another speculative casino. Coins with no utility reached billions in value. Then the selling began. Punchline: crypto didn't break. Trust did. Modern parallel. People blame technology for market bubbles. They blame apps, algorithms, exchanges, screens that move too fast to understand. But bubbles never lived in markets. They always lived in minds. The same psychology that inflated tulips in 1637 inflated crypto tokens in 2021. The same emotion that drove Rome into speculation drives modern traders into moonshots. The tools changed. The wiring didn't. A bubble isn't digital, it's biological. It starts the moment humans believe this time is different. That the rules of math can be suspended. That prices go up because they deserve to. That value is whatever the crowd agrees it is, until the crowd disagrees. Look around today. Screens replaced scrolls. Charts replaced clay tablets. But fear and greed never evolved. They simply upgraded to HD. Every bubble begins with a whisper. Everyone's getting rich except you. And ends with a scream. How did we not see this coming? We chase certainty. We buy stories. We rent hope. We sell logic. And every time the market collapses, we pretend it was unexpected. But history is clear. Markets don't explode because of assets. They explode because of people. Tulip traders weren't irrational. They were human. Roman speculators weren't foolish. They were hopeful. Modern investors aren't naive. They're afraid of being left behind. The bubble was never in the market. It was in us. And until human psychology evolves, Financial bubbles never will. Different century, different technology, different screens, same fear, same greed, same ending. Every bubble, from Mesopotamia to Bitcoin, tells the same story. Humans believe too fast and learn too slow. Empires rise, empires fall, but bubbles, they are eternal. Because the bubble is not in the market, it is in the mind. And until we understand the ghosts of the past, we will keep building the same illusions with new names. This is ancient finance, where empires lie, but numbers never do.